I ordered the BougeRV Rocky 40 refrigerator. So let's open this up. So this refrigerator is not available on TikTok, but the power station and the 100-watt solar panel, which I'll be using, is. So I'll put the links below. So as long as I purchase this, might as well make an unboxing video and a full review. This is a sweet looking refrigerator. So we got it out of the packaging, and like any of these portable refrigerators, you let them set for like 10 hours, 12 hours for the oil and refrigerant to settle, so you don't blow out your compressor. We got a drain plug, which is very nice for cleaning. We got these removable baskets, which is pretty neat, but I don't think those will serve a purpose for me. So here's the accessory box. Let's get into this. We got our power cords. This little plastic case, I don't know what that's for yet. So we got our wall adapter and our 12-volt adapter. And then our manual. It's quite a lot to go through on that. These refrigerators are upgraded with an LG compressor. These handles are spring-loaded. That's neat. You got a port for solar, then your regular power port, and that's for the battery. So the optional battery will plug into this. Bottle opener, that's nice. So for dimensions, we got 17 inches wide by about 27 and a half long and 15 and a half tall. Now, of course, an important one is with the door open. How much clearance do we have? About 31 inches you'll need for clearance. So here's my BougeRV 30-quart refrigerator. Be replacing that. With that refrigerator moved, oh yeah, we've got plenty of room. Oh yeah, that looks nice. These vents on the front, make sure that's clear so it ventilates. Oh, almost had clearance, but it's hitting the speaker. So I'm removing the speaker shielding to see if I can get the door open. Oh, and it's still hitting the speaker a little bit. This one I think is blown anyway. I'm just gonna force it by a little bit. Yeah, now it opens. It's great. QR code for the BougeRV app. That's slick. It's just printed on the refrigerator. And we've got 2 USB ports rather than 1. So that's be nice for charging your phone or whatever device. So I went ahead and I bought the battery accessory. This will give me more uptime on the refrigerator because my solar system is 5 years old. I'm having some issues with it, turning it off, and sometimes the plug will come out. So having an additional battery pack inside the refrigerator is going to have the refrigerator have more power, more uptime. And when I'm moving it around, taking it out of the vehicle and setting it up in a campsite, this will power the refrigerator independently. So that's nice. nighttime. So we got two lights in this one in the front, one in the back. So that illuminates pretty well and it looks cool. We're on the lawn, so let's install this battery and plug in the solar. That went really smooth. There's a little solar port. So we got the BougeRV 100 watt portable solar panel. Be setting this up on the lawn and just plugging this directly into the refrigerator. So now we're running the refrigerator off of the solar panel and it's on and charging. Here we are on the grass running the refrigerator off of a 100 watt solar panel. And you can even use a car battery. So if you got a spare car battery, like you don't need a solar panel, you don't need a power station, you don't need a solar system on your vehicle, you can just have one of these little adapters and run that straight off a battery. You can probably power a refrigerator for about a week off of just a loose car battery. So as long as I'm doing a full demo video, I'm also going to flip around this lid and see how that fits. This is a little bit more difficult than I thought it was going to be. It took quite a bit of force, but it did work. Now with the lid opening the other direction, it actually will open the entire way because the speaker is not in the way, and we got this little bit of an arc here in the ceiling. So now when I go to open the refrigerator, it'll actually open the entire way. So now it has a clearance with the door open the opposite direction. Great. So I spun the lid around, which you can do in this refrigerator, and because the speaker is in the way, and also due to the shape of the ceiling here, the roof, like it kind of like arches a little bit to give you a little more structural support. So now my refrigerator will open all the way, but it'll only open with the tailgate up. So I usually have the tailgate closed, and I kind of want to like access it this direction. So I think I will move the lid back to how it was. But that is an awesome feature, depending on how you want to configure it in your vehicle or your campsite, that you can move the lid around. So this detachable battery is such a neat feature because I removed the refrigerator from the truck and put it back, and it's still powered on and still running. And like now I'm going to plug it back into my solar system. It's got this little weatherproofed plug here. I'm gonna plug this in and give it a second. And now it's charging. You can also use the portable power station. So the Rocky 40 is the smallest of the Rocky series. I wanted a refrigerator in like the high 30s, low 40s for the quart size, and something a little more rugged. This definitely fits the bill, even though it's kind of like I can only open the lid one direction and not entirely the other direction with the door open. If I close the door and open the window, then like the lid doesn't open all the way because the frame's in the way. These have been upgraded with an LG compressor, so that's pretty nice. I think it also said that in the instructions that they can take a 40-degree side slope, so this is better for off-roading. A couple of the features I really wanted in a refrigerator is that it has lights on the inside, so you can see at night what you're getting into. You don't have to hold a flashlight or have a headlamp on and just get inside the refrigerator. And I wanted to have Bluetooth, so if I'm in bed or if I'm nearby somewhere at the campsite, I could just pull up the Bluetooth app on my phone and check the temperature and control it. So I don't have to like get out of bed and like look through the window. Is my refrigerator still running? Is my solar system still working or not?
That leads into the battery. So one of the features I didn't even know I wanted was a battery that plugs into the refrigerator that, you know, runs for like 4 hours of the freezer, 10 hours of the refrigerator. So that gives you a little bit more power for your solar system, so it keeps your refrigerator up and running. Another thing I didn't even know I wanted was this port here lets you plug in their BougeRV's 100-watt solar panel into the refrigerator. So I can pull this refrigerator out, unplug it from my solar system, set this up on the ground on a campsite, and plug in their solar panel, and it will run the refrigerator and charge the battery. So I don't need to also bring a portable power station with the refrigerator. I just bring the solar panel. So my power station is kind of tied into my truck with the solar system, so I don't want to really ever have to remove it or like run a long cable. So that works out great for me. And then if you're looking at buying this refrigerator, you can know that you can just need to plug it into your refrigerator, plug it into your vehicle, or plug it into a wall, or plug it into the solar panel. You don't need to buy a power station, even though those are, you know, really nice to have. So those are two features I didn't even know I wanted in a refrigerator, and this makes this all the nicer. So I had been using a no-name brand from Amazon, and then later I got the BougeRV 30 quart, which is pretty nice, but a little bit on the smaller side. The only thing I really don't like about this, other than like my inconvenience of how I'm setting this up in my truck, of whether it opens or not, that's kind of like a my issue, is that it's dual zone. So you can have a refrigerator, freezer, or freezer and refrigerator, but you can't swap those around. So that means that the shallow side and the front is going to be the freezer, and then the back side that's deeper is the refrigerator. And so in order for me to get into the fridge, which I'm going to access more, I have to like climb over and reach to access that. I would have liked the deeper side to be the freezer and the shallower side to be the refrigerator, because I'm going to put like pickles and butter on the shallow shelf here. So I would have liked to have the front be the fridge and the back be the freezer. Now, depending on your vehicle's configuration, like it might work out fine for you, or you can turn the refrigerator sideways so you can access both at the same time. But just for me, this is the way I want to have it set up. So that's like my only real complaint, is that you can't switch it the other way. But other than that, like this fits all of my needs and wants, and then the stuff I didn't even know I wanted, like plugging a battery into the side of it and being able to plug a solar panel directly into this. This is going to work out nice. I really like it. It looks like it's pretty heavy, well built, and I'm sure I'm going to be happy with this for years.